The digital divide is a major problem worldwide. Many countries in the world are falling behind in technology as they are unable to access the internet. Studies have shown that access to the internet makes a country more successful. The more people in a country that are able to have access to broadband has a direct effect on how much the average citizen makes and how educated they are. Studies show that connection to the internet is so important for people that many of the more digitally connected countries are putting programs in place to make internet access affordable and available for all of their residents. The extreme poverty in this Afghanistan village represents one of the main problems with the lack of internet connectivity for people in the world. It suppresses the people who do not have access even more. Remote living conditions are one reason internet connectivity can be impossible for people to obtain. Those who live in rural areas are hit the hardest with the cost, as satellite internet may be an option, but is too expensive for many people to afford. Poverty is everywhere in Afghanistan, and many may not even know how to escape it. The richer countries continue to gain more of the wealth from the global economy as they are on the cutting edge of technology and able to keep up with the times, while the poorer and less internet-connected countries continue to fall behind and suffer more and more. Women and children are oftentimes the biggest victims of not being able to access education. They live as they are told, not knowing any different could be within their reach. Without internet access, this young man may never gain the education he needs if he ever did want to change a situation. It becomes a vicious cycle that children get stuck in. The more connected to the internet people are, the more money they tend to make, and vice versa. Children in Afghanistan often spend more time collecting brass to sell at the bazaar than they do learning new things on the internet. More children attend schools now than they did while the Taliban was in control of the country, but those schools are not teaching them everything they need to know. Unfortunately, public schools in Afghanistan cannot offer the children access to internet or computers. These children are just on the side of the road in Afghanistan, hoping for someone to have pity on them and give them some money. This is an Afghanistan computer center. It's a small step in the right direction to try to offer the citizens of this impoverished country the ability to access the internet. The population of New York City is almost double that of Kabul, Afghanistan. New York City has internet service readily available to its citizens, while Kabul does not. Times Square, New York City has Wi-Fi available almost everywhere. Getting internet access to the city of Kabul, Afghanistan will only fulfill one of the issues with the lack of internet access. With so much poverty, many citizens wouldn't be able to afford it. Children all over the world, like these children in Kabul, Afghanistan, deserve the ability to have the education they need to become successful. Getting internet connectivity to them and helping to close the digital divide is one way that these children can be helped. Because of the digital divide, Afghanistan is also missing out on providing to and gaining from a global economy. More solutions are needed in order to combat the problem before things become hopeless for those who are stuck in poverty and with poor education.